whatever you're doing to better yourself is great. And why not uplift everybody, right? If you want to be a bodybuilder, great. If you want to be a powerlifter, great. If you want to be a CrossFitter, great. Do those things. Go do those, and learn from each other. And that's what's cool. And I feel like with my years of training, I've touched so many different aspects of fitness, and now I'm just like trying to combine it all, to suit my life, and I'm better for it. Here we go. Another day of Operation LFG for all my LFG people out there, people who haven't decided to make that jump yet, but a phenomenal program I wrote for how I'm training now at 40 and basically how anybody can train for the rest of their lives. You're gonna have functional movements, isolation body weight movements, bodybuilding movements, and some conditioning, and then some accessory pieces, right? You have access to me basically every day. I'm on my message board 2 to 3 times a day, answering any questions, giving any advice that I can on any movements. So it's such a cool program. I love all the members that are on there. Everyone is crushing it, seeing, so much positive feedback on the programming. It's just a cool program, and, there's no burnout doing too much to where we're getting injured, right? Because if you need to back off, I have options in there for you to be able to back off and still get a great stimulus of the workout that we are intending. So if you haven't yet, go check it out, Operation LFG. And here is another day of this program. You're getting 5 workouts a week, roughly 60-minute workouts, depending on how fast you're moving through them. If you're taking more time, that's fine. That's on you. You should be in and out of the gym in 60 minutes. You just have to move through the workouts a little bit fast. So today we're going to start off with some shoulders, right? Some isolation. We're going to start with dumbbell strict press, 3 sets to failure at a lighter load. So I'm going to use 45 pound. I'm going to do standing dumbbell strict press. And I'm going to basically try to go to pretty much failure and do a superset of this with lateral raises. Same thing, super light, 3 sets directly to failure. So after I do my dumbbell strict press to failure, I'm going to drop the weights, pick up my lighter dumbbells, and do my lateral raises straight to failure. After I put those down, then I'm going to rest. Roughly 90 seconds to 2 minutes max. I'm going to do that 3 times through. Once I'm done with that superset, take a couple minutes. I'm going to go into a rear delt raise with the dumbbell. I'm going to show you how you can substitute that if you don't have a dumbbell, or if you want to try to change it up sometimes with a band. I have a great tool or a great workout for that. After we're finished with our shoulders, then we're going to move into our conditioning piece. Today we're going to do a 16-minute workout, AMRAP, whatever you want to call it. You're going to do 10 to 12 burpee pull-ups, depending on your level, into 10 single arm devil presses. I'll show you how to do those. Basically, you're going to do a burpee with 1 dumbbell, stand up, and do a dumbbell snatch with that. And that's anywhere from a 50 to a 70-pound dumbbell, whatever you prefer. We're going to show you a great substitute for sled pushes. So say there's a 50-foot sled push in the workout and you don't have a sled, we're going to do a plate push and finish with a 15-calorie row. And then do that as many times through in 16 minutes. And that will be the workout. So yeah, glad you're here today. Let's get after it. Oh, it's gonna be my fun face video. Doing shoulders, you always make fun faces. Getting resting only 90 seconds to 2 minutes max. The first set will feel easy, especially on this, because we're going so light. I think I got like almost 20 on those strict presses. And then, yeah, upwards of like 16 or 17 on the lateral raises. But I promise, set 2 and 3, drastically different. This is the stuff I hated when I was training for CrossFit. Like if I had to do isolation strength movements, we had to sit and rest. I just get so fucking bored. So making it supersets like this makes it a little more fun, and to failure hurts. Really trying to isolate the shoulders and not get into your traps. Kind of having to relax a little bit. Just really pulling with your elbows. When you're going to failure, that's when you're really going to see muscle growth, hypertrophy training, right? When you actually want to grow the muscle, you have to stimulate the growth. And so going to failure is really where the magic happens. So yeah, if you actually want to put size on, and you're not so ingrained in strength, you want to actually put some mass on, going to failure really stimulates the muscle growth. But remember, you have to eat to get the growth too, right? A lot of good protein. Get that protein in. All right, last set. Oh man, woo! There it is, that pump you're looking for. As you noticed on those lateral raises, I started to even do partial reps. And I'll tell you what, once this becomes, I feel like I start to compensate with my traps. Once I feel a little more to my traps, just bring the lateral raise down a little bit and really focus on bringing that elbow up, but only going up even halfway. And you'll start to feel those delts fried. So this is going to be your rear delt lateral raises. So you're just going to basically, it's the same as the lateral raise. Now you're just going to shift forward and you're really focusing on hitting that rear side of that delt. And you can try doing this both arms if you're short on time and you need to get both arms. I just start to feel it more if I do single-sided. So I think we talked about this in the last video. But I'll hold both dumbbells at the same time. And I just get forward and then just really think about pulling that elbow up and back. If you need to, or if you want to, another thing you can try, if you want to change it up, obviously if you have a cable machine, that's a great way to do these. If you have your low cable, you just get a single handle. But if you don't, which I don't, using a band is another great way to do this. And you can really control the negative aspect of this movement. You can sometimes feel it more so than even in a dumbbell. So just getting a band, creating tension. And you just got to find how far to stand away from this, right? Support yourself on your knee and throw that hand up and back, right? But then controlling that negative aspect of it. Just an easy alternative route or substitute. So if you don't have light dumbbells to where you can hit these, get a band. Those are super cheap. Or a cable machine if you go to a gym, right? Go to a Globo gym. Cable machines are actually great. I'm looking to get one for the house. Just haven't figured out where I'm going to put it yet with my space. So once I do, that's the next on the list for the house. All right, one more set. Again, rest as long as you need. When you're only doing one movement, it's not supersetted. You can easily just wait 60 seconds before you do these, especially if you do single arm, right? Because now my left arm has had more time to rest than my right. Anyways, if I go single-sided, I definitely rest max 60 seconds. And that helps move you along, and these sometimes can drag out, right? Bodybuilding workouts can drag out if you rest too long. right? Stay away from your phone. Have your phone off to the side. You know, don't go looking at it during your workouts. That will consume you. It also change your mindset, right? You start doing scrolling or whatever, looking at something. Now you get out of that workout mindset. That's a big thing, right? So stay away from that phone while you're working out. Give yourself your time. It's important. It's important to have our time to get our shit in, right? To get away from the things that we need to get away from. De-stress, decompress, have your moments, have your time. The gym has always been that for me. It's always been my time. So as much as you can, do that. Be away from your phone. And doing these right here has helped my shoulder pain a ton. Getting the rear delt, hitting that rear shoulder, the rear delt, has really helped alleviate a lot of shoulder pain that I can get sometimes in the front of the shoulder. So activating that rear delt is big. That's why I think bodybuilding has a place for CrossFit as well. It can really help with some of the injuries and the muscles that we lack to hit as CrossFitters. You know, we hit these movements and we say we're ready for everything, but sometimes you do need to isolate some muscles, right, to get them firing so that you can have, more activation. I feel like when I warm up with bench sometimes a lot with rear shoulders, and my bench feels better. So, just things to think about. Everybody has their tribe, and they want to be like, I'm a CrossFitter, and CrossFitters, everything CrossFit does is the best. Or bodybuilders, oh, CrossFitters are stupid. Their workouts are dumb. Man, fitness is fitness. And I love it all. And anybody who's going out and putting any sort of effort into anything is awesome. And that's where we all should be thinking about. Instead of being like, I'm a CrossFitter and everything else is dumb, or I'm a bodybuilder, everything else is dumb. Screw that. All of it's awesome. And whatever you're doing to better yourself is great. And why not uplift everybody, right? If you want to be a bodybuilder, great. If you want to be a powerlifter, great. If you want to be a CrossFitter, great. Do those things. Go do those. And learn from each other. And that's what's cool. And I feel like with my years of training, I've touched so many different aspects of fitness. And now I'm just like trying to combine it all, to suit my life. And I'm better for it because I have learned from bodybuilders, and I have learned from CrossFitters, and I have learned from powerlifters, and I have learned from sprinters and runners and long distance runners and short distance runners and ruckers, right? Like combine it all. And, you can be the most well-rounded athlete you can be. Here we are, quick, easy transition into the workout now, the conditioning piece. I'm gonna do 10 burpee pull-ups, 10 single arm devil presses, which is, you're basically just gonna go down, so you're gonna do a pull-up, push up, come up, boom, switch hands. Right, so easy peasy, lemon squeezy, 10 of those, so 5 each arm. A 50-foot plate push, which is basically going to be about 3 of these lengths. I got 2 plates here stacked. This is my favorite way to do a sub of a sled push, right? You can do 1 plate. If you have 2 and you want to stack, you just have to find something that holds the plates together. I'm just using basically a single handle for like a landmine row. There you go. And then basically just something that holds the plates together. So 3 lengths here on this. This mimics a sled push so well and really gets the legs burning. Again, you got to play with it with your surface. So the weight can definitely be adjusted. I hate giving weights for sled pushes because the surface matters. The sled you're pushing matters. So when you're doing a plate push on rubber flooring, your shoes, your grip matters. So play with those things. And on this, I just want to do something where I can keep moving and not stop. So I'm going to try this today. If this gets too heavy and I have to kind of start stopping, easily pull the blue plate off, kick it off to the side. Like no shame in that. Like as long as your legs are getting pumped, that's all that really matters. And then 15 calorie row. So 16 minutes, here we go. Oh man, that was good. Loved it. Perfect. You know, a good shoulder pump into a good little workout. I definitely started to feel my shoulders in the conditioning part of it too. A lot of times in these LFG workouts, I'll have extra credit. I'll have another accessory part on there, maybe like a sprinting part, you know, today. But I'm trying to find that sweet spot of not going crazy, but giving you just enough. And if you're feeling good, I'm gonna give you some extra credit, right? If you want to hit it, great. If not, not a big deal. Go on with the rest of your day, you know, get in the gym, get it done, and then go do awesome shit outside the gym. That's what this program is all about. It's about longevity, right? It's about, this is the way we can train for the rest of our lives and not just burn it down to, you know, for something specific like a CrossFit, like going into the military or being a firefighter, or being a police officer, right? This is longevity training for the rest of your life. I want to be fit, look fit, have a healthy heart, right? That's why I put the conditioning in there. I don't care how good you look. If your heart's not healthy, nobody gives a shit. So we got to have some conditioning. We got to train the heart and train the gut sometimes too, right? Push ourselves a little bit. And I'm going to have that stuff in there. And that's why this program is so phenomenal. And I absolutely love it. I'm glad we ended up writing the program. So yeah, to all my LFG program subscribers out there, my squad, I love you guys. You're all doing awesome. Keep up the great work. Keep up the, you know, encouraging each other on the message board, asking questions. It's all been awesome. I've been absolutely loving every second of it. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out and pass the word. It's time to pay the man.